Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. So today we'll be reviewing the Ghost of Tsushima title, and I just gotta say this is a very nice game, and I just want to give you a frame of reference of where I'm coming from. I have played over 62 hours on my first run, and I am doing my second playthrough in Lethal Plus. So this is the hardest difficulty in Ghost of Tsushima. There's three big maps here. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, we have 4 big maps. The last map over there is the expansion DLC, and each map is about 20 hours for the first one, and then another 20 for the second one. And then the last map is like 10 to 15 hours, and then for the content on the new DLC is about 10 hours as well. So that's, you get roughly around that much time spent, and that's when you include doing every side quest, every mission quest, and a little bit of gathering for your character and upgrading all your gears. So let's start talking about the exploration in this game. So it's not really your typical open world exploration kind of game, because you don't have a minimap like all these other open world games that gives you a minimap and a compass for you to follow. But in this game you don't get any of that, but because they give you a lot of indicators in this game that allows you to go without any of these without any of the clutter on the screen. So what makes this work is that you see this little fox. Whenever you go to a point like the shrines and stuff, they have a fox to guide you where to go to get to the shrine. So you don't really need a minimap for that either. And then also, if you discover something new or are just exploring on your own, there's a bird that flies around that tells you where to go for something nice, like an item or something that you want to collect. So you get to just follow that bird and it'll lead you to whatever you need. Also, you can just swipe up on your PS5 to control the wind, and the wind will come and then it'll guide you where you need to go when you set a marker. Not gonna lie, this type of system in the beginning was hard to get used to, but it actually does work, and I really like this system because there is less clutter on your screen and you get to see more of the game when you explore. Now let's get into the combat in this game. I really like the combat in this game because there are multiple ways to take down a foe depending on your playstyle. So you could take down foes by being a full-on samurai that calls people out and do a standoff. This is basically a timing game, whether you one-shot them or they one-shot you if you don't get the timing right. If you suck at timing, you can always just stealth kill them. Then we have different range attacks where we have half bow and long bows. Half bow is fast and good for short distance fights, and long bow for farther distance fights. You can also set people on fire, explode them, or even target multiple enemies with the bow. Then we have ghost weapons. I enjoy using the firecracker and black powder because I can lure enemies into a spot and then explode them all in one go. This is very satisfying to use when you get a bunch of enemies gathering in one place. Then you have this ghost ability that is like a special which one-shots every foe. It is a shame that you can only kill 3 enemies with this ability. However, you can add an extra one with a charm upgrade. We can also charge with our horses to kill enemies. Of course, this combat comes with the expansion and is not available for the base game, but this mechanic allows you to kill a bunch of enemies quick without getting off your horse. Then we have a dueling style type of combat where it's just a sword on sword brawl. You cannot use your ghost weapons or ranged weapons in this fight. You have to solely rely on dodges and parrying in order to defeat the enemy. I play in lethal, so 2 sword hits by the enemy and I will die. So you basically have to land everything perfect in these duels or you're screwed. So the gearing in this game is pretty decent. You upgrade your armor with materials that you find throughout the world, so you cannot just buy everything with supplies. As you see, we have wood, metal, cloth, and goods. Each armor have their own abilities. So let's look at our outfits over here. All of these have their own abilities. So if I wanted to do, let's say, standoffs, which basically is that one hit kill you or kill them. And you could use ghost weapons, and you could use stealth kills, just like that. And one for traveling around the world to reveal more, like 60% more fog or war on the map. Then you also have enhanced your outfit with charms. So these charms are not RNG based, so you could find these charms just by doing quests, and you don't have to grind your way for good charms The charms will be given to you through main quests or side quests, so it's very easy to get the charms you want if you look it up. So as for each gear, you can upgrade it as you view your upgrade. It costs around that many supplies and linen, silk, and all that stuff. For each of the armor, you can also upgrade your weapon as well, such as your sword and your dagger. So as you see, the dagger is only used for assassination. The sword is used for meleeing. So once you max out, you're pretty much left with no motivation on what to do because all your techniques are already unlocked, your stances are unlocked, your ghost is unlocked. There's nothing that will let you spend points even further, so you're basically not going to enjoy killing random mobs, random spawns, because you're pretty much not rewarded anything. This is something I wish they improved on, like how AC Valhalla or Odyssey gave you a mastery system where each level you can still spend points into the skill to make yourself stronger. So as you can see my outfits over here, I got all the outfits and they're all upgraded to its max. Of course that in the second playthrough, you get to upgrade it one more time to even better gear. So I still haven't upgraded most of the playthrough because I am in the first part. So we're just gonna go through that. So the story is decent, but it barely has any choices that affect the story like The Witcher 3 did. So you can go through the whole main story without helping your allies side missions and still have the same storyline. The Witcher did this a lot better by allowing the allies you helped be a part of the main story or not, even though it didn't really affect the whole outcome. It's still nice to know that, you know, if you help the allies, they show up, and if you didn't, then they won't appear. However, in this game, your allies will always appear no matter what you did and would still be indebted to you whether you helped their cause or not for their branched out side missions. There's also practically no romance story in this game, so you won't be seeing that many females in distress. The graphics in this game is great. I love the world that this game is placed in. However, a lot of NPCs are basically copy and paste here and there, and there aren't much variations between them. So in conclusion, this game is worth the money spent on it. It has over 60 hours of content and more if you want to complete everything. It has a unique combat system, however I find myself using stealth and standoffs instead of using any of the stances they had in this game to defeat enemies. I wish they added at least 2 more DLCs for this game because I wanted more than what was offered. I guess that means this game was a success. I made a movie section for all the cutscenes and important conversations that aren't included in those cutscenes in my channel if you cannot afford to play the game but want to know the story of Ghost of Tsushima. They are broken down into 20 to 30 minute part videos, so I hope you enjoy. So yeah, that's it for this video, and if you enjoyed my review, please like the video, it really means a lot, and see you guys in the next one. I am heading over to Tales of Arise.